Hey, what's cooking, Jay?
Welcome back to Gunther's Kitchen. Today I made these beautiful prawn ravioli agnolotti. Let me know what you think. Not very difficult to make with our own pasta. Have a go. So hang around and check out our little video. Okay, so let's make the filling for our raviolis. I've got 200 grams of prawns. I've got 2 scoops of ice in there and adding some salt. And that's all I'm adding. I might add a little bit of cream from the beginning, just not too much, because we don't want our mix to split. All right, so now we put the lid on, we're giving it a whiz, and then we have to clean it down and do it again. Most important part, to keep this cold. Otherwise, the cream and the prawns, they won't emulsify, it will split. And that will do. Okay, so now let's take it out. I put it in a bowl so you can see. Look how nice that mix is. There's still some ice in here. We discard of that. This is enough mix for our few agnolottis we're making. As you know, an agnolotti is basically a big ravioli. Okay, so I've put our filling in the fridge for now. Well, let's roll out our noodle dough. So we're just rolling out sheets. So might make it small by little. So we do 4 flour and then we just start rolling it. As we did when we made our fettuccinis. Okay, so we put it together so we get the same size. So, and then just put flour on it. We like to have them thin. This has to be very delicate in the thickness of the pasta. Here you go. Our first one is ready. We put a little bit of flour down the bottom. Put it on here. And then we do the next one. And we just try to have it the same size. So now we've got the two rolled out to the same, similar. So what we do now is we put them on top of each other and then we just cut the ends off. We reuse that. We can put that through the machine again. And now this will be exactly the same. So we can make 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 agnolottis. Let's see. So we pull it apart, we take our prawn mix, and here is our round cutter. That's the way we're gonna cut it. And then the pastry we cut like this on the outside. So we start off, so we can mark it here. And we put 1 spoonful on there. It's very nicely, very easy to scoop. It's a beautiful mix. And then we put the next one here. So we can have another mix here. So we should get 4 out of it. And we get one here. And we get one here. And if you want, you can make them a little bit bigger. But I think that's very nice. So now what we do, before we put it on, you make sure there is no flour, or you just go and take a little bit of water and go in between. You want the pastry to stick together. The pasta dough. I always say pastry. And then we're putting it on top. Just put it on top. This is very easy, very pliable. So you can actually pull the dough a bit. And don't worry about having too much on there, too much left of the pastry or of the noodle dough, because we're gonna reuse it. Okay, so that's it. Is it? Now we use the other side. We use the top of the round cutter and we just basically lock it in. So when we cook it, it's not going to come loose. Okay? And then we use the other side of the bigger round cutter, and we cut them out. And that's it. Here we go. Now make sure you put flour underneath. Let's take a little knife, it's easier to pick up. And then we just let them sit there. I've already put a pot on with hot water. It's coming to the boil soon. And this, there is no prawns or anything on this. We can put together again. Yeah? But remember, it has to rest. As you can see, all our beautiful raviolis are done. Now let's put them in the water and cook them. Please leave me a comment. I would like to know, or would like to find out, what are big raviolis called? We in Melbourne always used to call the big raviolis agnolotti. But those ones, as I found out, because I checked it out, the agnolottis are the pasta dough folded over and then crept up. So please leave me a comment. Now our first raviolis are in. They're basically nearly done. They only take 2-3 minutes. They don't take long at all to cook. And then we put the next layer in. I've got a bowl of cold water here to refresh. And we'll take them out. Okay, so our pasta is done. So now we have to make the sauce. So we're making a white wine cream sauce. And it's very simple. Very simple. So what we do is we put our frying pan on, let it heat up. In the meantime, we cut half a white onion. You can use shallots. I like a white onion because we like to keep the sauce light in color. So just cut that. We put a dash of oil in first, olive oil, so that prevents the butter to burn straight away. Take our wooden spoon, put the butter in. About 20 grams of butter. So in the butter, as you can see, frying pan is nice and hot. And then we're adding our onion. And we just wanna basically make the onions clear, you know, like transparent. So you don't want any color on them. So as soon as you put that in, make sure you turn your heat down. Then next, we do 1 clove of garlic. Smash the garlic, peel it, and that is as fine as we need. And then we're adding the garlic. As you can see, it's nearly done. They're transparent down the side, but not in the middle yet. So we give it a bit more heat, and it smells delicious. As you can smell the garlic. It's only 1 clove of garlic in there, but the garlic will rounden your flavor. The whole sauce with the white wine and the cream has to be balanced, and the garlic makes it balanced. And the sweetness of the onion, of course. Like in a restaurant, then we would strain the onions out, but at home you don't have to, of course. You just eat it like they are. It's just beautiful as it is. Now I've got a Riesling. It says citrusy aroma and lemony, lime and crisp. That's what we like. Okay, and then you put about a cupful of white wine on. Turn it up, and then we set it on fire. Okay, so now this is coming to the boil. The lemon, I like to add the lemon at the end. As soon as this sauce is reduced, or the white wine is reduced by half, we're adding our cream. So now we're adding about a cupful of cream. And a good pinch of salt and black pepper. I know ideally you use white pepper, but I only got black pepper, so. But anyway, the black pepper still gives it a beautiful flavor. Okay, as you can see, the sauce is getting thick. Now it's about time to add our lemon juice and put our agnolotti back into the pan. Beautiful consistency. If you don't like the onions in it, just use a strainer and strain the onions off. It's up to you. I don't mind the onions. So now we're gonna just add our pasta. So we just heat it up like that. and then we'll serve it up. In the meantime, cheers. Very crisp. Okay, it's time to plate up. Let's do 4. And the sauce. Yum. Pepper on it. Beautiful. Just look at it. Look at that beautiful pasta. The little dome of prawns with an absolute perfect white wine sauce. Now let's try it. Let's cut it open. Oh, nice, nice. Beautiful consistency of the prawn mousse, and the sauce is spot on. Beautiful. Subscribe, follow and like, and tell a friend. And give us some feedback. What do you think? See you soon at Gunther's Kitchen. Bye for now.